I learned so much through working with more experienced people than me, and not because they came to me, they were like, I want to teach you something, right? Just like I said, nobody ever did that. Nobody ever sat down and was like, now we're going to do a teaching session, we're going to teach you X, Y, Z. It was just through code reviews, they sort of passed their knowledge and their opinions on. And I learned a ton through just getting really good code reviews. And often I wouldn't quite know where the comment was coming from, right? It was like, oh, maybe try changing it to this, right? Maybe try approaching the problem from this angle. And I was like, I don't know why, but let me try that.
Yeah.
And often through trying it, you understand, oh, actually, this is much better in these and that ways, right? And I've now learned, I tried to approach it in this way, but actually this way has these and these benefits. And I think as I've gotten more senior in my engineering career, I've come to realize that pretty much all of code reviews is just opinions, right? Ultimately, what matters is that you ship the thing that solves the problem for the user. But there's a lot of opinions that have good reasons, right? And every choice you make in programming has a trade-off. Nothing is ever a silver bullet, nothing is ever perfect. It applies to the big things like open source projects, and it applies to the really small things like what you call your variables or whether you define them with let and const, right? There is no right answer. Very rarely. Usually it boils down to you're choosing a set of trade-offs, right? It's like, do I want this trade-off or do I want that trade-off? What fits in the context of my project and the problem that I'm trying to solve? And very often I found that actually just thinking about it from that angle, I can often make a really informed decision on how I want to build this thing, right? How do I want to architect it? Which decision do I want to make? Just thinking about, what are the upsides and the downsides of all the different choices that I have.